Hello, and welcome to the fourth and final video in HSAG's Rediscovering Quality Series. Quality improvement efforts are continuously ongoing, but we are reaching the end of our Rediscovering Quality journey, which is the fifth step of strategy planning and implementation. At this point, the team has completed the Care Transition Assessment and GAP RCA, brainstormed and prioritized strategies, developed SMART goals, and now it is time to develop a plan for implementing the strategy. Now that the team has identified the goal, direction, and purpose of the strategy, they need to plan on how the strategy will be implemented. So let's go back to the example from the prioritization video that you're trying to sell your home and need to clean and stage your home for an open house. Think about how you're going to get this done. The first thing you need to do is set a goal to decide when you want to have the house clean and staged by. Next is thinking about what your strategy is going to be with cleaning the house. Are you going to clean one room a week? Are you going to start with the dirtiest room first and work your way to the cleanest? Once you've selected your strategy, you then need to decide what you need to clean in each room. Do you need to clean the furniture? Do you need to clean the carpets? Are you going to clean the closet, etc.? After you know what you need to clean, you need to know how you are going to clean it. For example, are you going to use a vacuum to clean the carpet, or do they need to be deep cleaned? Once you know how it's going to be cleaned, then you need to decide who is going to do the cleaning and when it needs to get cleaned by. Lastly, you need to know what equipment or materials are required for you to get the cleaning done. Without all of these elements, the cleaning would never get done and you would never be able to sell the house. You need to have a plan, a roadmap to help you ensure you reach your goal. That is why every quality initiative requires a strategy tree to be successful. The strategy tree is your plan, your roadmap to ensure you achieve your goals. Without a strategy tree, everything falls out of place and nothing ends up getting cleaned. There are 5 key components to a strategy tree. The first component is having an established SMART goal and strategy. The second component is the tactics, which are the actions that support the strategy. The third component is the tasks that are supporting the tactics. The fourth component is identifying who will carry out the tasks and by when. The final component is identifying the resources required to implement the tasks. Now, we are going to walk through each of these components in more detail. The first component is ensuring you have a clear goal that is specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time-sensitive. This was covered in the 3rd edition of the series. Then, you need to have a well-thought-out strategy. In this example, our goal is to have 90% compliance with staff implementing teachback during discharge education before the end of Q3 2022. Our strategy to achieve this goal is by validating that staff are implementing teachback with a standardized validation tool. Now, we need to think about what tactics or actions need to occur for the strategy to be implemented successfully. What processes need to be evaluated or created? What documents or education need to be developed? What training needs to occur for staff? What is the method for monitoring and evaluating the strategy? We can see here the 4 key tactics that need to happen to implement our strategy to improve discharge education. Staff need to be retrained on the teachback methodology. A validation tool needs to be developed. A schedule needs to be established for staff observations, and we need to monitor and evaluate this work to ensure things are going as planned. Now that we've identified our tactics, we need to think about the tasks that will support the tactics. Tasks are the steps that need to take place for the tactic to be completed. How will processes be evaluated or created? How will documents or education be developed? How will the training be provided to staff? How is the monitoring and evaluation strategy going to be implemented? In this example, we are looking at how the team is going to provide the teachback training to staff. To provide the training, staff will need to find a date and time to host the training. Training materials will need to be developed and printed, and staff need to be informed of the training details. Next is looking at how to develop a standardized teachback validation tool. The first step will be researching existing tools and selecting a tool to adopt. Next, you would make any modifications required, and then you would need to develop a method to track the results from the audit tool. We have identified the what and the how. Now we are ready for the final components of the strategy tree, which are the who, the when, and what resources are required. It is critical to know who owns the work, when the tasks need to be completed by, and what resources are required to get it done. Identifying who will schedule the trainings and by when helps hold people accountable for the work and ensures that the strategy is being rolled out as planned. Additionally, identifying the when and resources required puts in perspective how much work, time, and materials are needed to get the work completed. Now you are ready to go. You have a completed strategy tree to guide and track your work. The strategy tree helps everyone on a team stay on the same page. It communicates to the team what needs to get done, who is doing the work, when the work needs to be completed by, and what resources are required for it to be completed. Prepare for all of your quality initiatives by using the strategy tree to design, assign, and track the implementation. A strategy tree is a powerful tool that will help ensure you successfully achieve your goals. Knowing the components of your strategy tree provides you with a roadmap to success. All you need is the plan, the roadmap, and the courage to press on to your destination. Thank you for joining us on your Rediscovering Quality journey.